I kind of neglected, oh, Bailey wants to quit her job. Okay, well, that didn't last very long. I literally just had her get this job in the bot arena and she already wants to quit it. Nice, Bailey. I also want to remind you guys that Bailey has not even gone to her first day of work. Like, this is going to be her first day of work in 2 hours and she already wants to quit. That is actually so funny. She doesn't even want to give the job a try. She just wants to go ahead and quit it already. She's done. She's already done. She hasn't even stepped foot in the door for her first day and she already wants to quit. Well, at least she's going to work with like a smile on her face. That's okay, right? Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another episode of Let's Play The Sims 3 Into the Future. In the last episode, I introduced you guys to this beautiful home lot. This lot is called the Moon Base Beta and it is just absolutely stunning. The lore behind this lot is that this was an old science research facility and obviously it very much so tells that story. It's got these really cool like mushroom looking things from lunar lakes kind of growing out. It's got kind of some overgrown grass. It's got an old excavator back here and so on and so forth. I love the lore this lot has, and what better place to put it than a world like Oasis Landing that is completely futuristic, that is completely, you know, involved in science and everything like that. I just thought it was such a good idea. So of course we moved Bailey, Planchette, and their little baby Frankie over there, but we are now having Noel and Emmett and Amelia and Romulus. Romulus, we'll get into him in a second here. Having them all live here. So that's what's going on if you're wondering why we're living in two separate split locations. You know, I do these because I know a lot of you, it's not feasible for you to probably watch all however many episodes, 33 episodes or whatever this is. So I just like to do a little bit of recap in the beginning of these episodes. Speaking of recap, I have been very openly anti-Romulus. If you don't know, Romulus has not only been hitting on Noel, but also Emmett. I think about 2 episodes ago, Romulus went for a heat of the moment kiss on Emmett and I didn't notice it. It was actually one of you guys in the comment section that pointed it out. Emmett's over here like cringing at Planchette playing the laser rhythmicon. Emmett's like, I can do better than that. Like, come on, Planchette. I'm gonna send Emmett to go upstairs to go to sleep and I'm gonna send Planchette back over to the Moonbase Beta house because I don't know why Planchette is over here. I have no idea. Little Amelia is currently at school. Amelia is the daughter of Noel and Emmett. She was our little test tube baby, our genetically engineered baby. So she's currently chilling out at school. I will say, I think that this school from Town Life stuff fits a lot better than I would have anticipated. I mean, of course, like, I feel like this wooden wall here probably is the only thing that really stands out to me. And I guess I could change it. I'm just too lazy. I'm not going to change it. But if I were playing in Oasis Landing for like long term, because we only have like 10 more episodes or something like that, guys, like I think 12 excluding this one. So there really isn't that much time left. Speaking of not having much time left, Frankie will be aging up in this episode. Little Frankie Spectre will be aging up to a toddler. And I'm going to change his green hair, I think, when he ages up to a toddler. As much as I love the fact that he has the green hair of his grandpa River. I think that that is so cute. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that non-plant sims in my game, like canonically, I don't feel like they should have green hair. It also heavily reminds me of like the muddy hair glitch. You guys know what I mean? When the sims get the muddy, randomly genetically like mutated hair. It's strange. Why is Romulus over here? Romulus is going to chat with Planchette. He just booked it. Like he just booked it back over here. I'm so confused. Okay, Romulus, that was bizarre. Okay, one of you has been asking me for a long time to give Spirit the sentience trait chip back. I will, but one thing about sims, or one thing about plumbots rather, when you give them the sentience trait chip is they start to not obey you as much. I mean, we saw it with Romulus. Romulus is just an a-hole though, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't like Romulus, but when you actually in the comment section, I guess I can kind of just bring this up here. You said a good story for Romulus would be that he's just finding out and figuring out how to flirt. I think with a sentient trait chip, he probably feels very lonely and disoriented since his first thought when he was born was the maid. I don't think he's evil. And listen, I don't think Romulus is evil. He just is getting on my nerves, like hitting on Noel, hitting on Emmett. Ugh, it just bothers me. Okay, all right, so we are going to have to take away one of the trait chips for Spirit. I'm going to take away the algorithmic artist. I can never say that word, algorithmic. It's not that hard, Maddie. And we're going to give her the sentience trait chip now, so she will have a brain of her own, a mind of her own. They're there we go. Bailey's just gonna install it on her, and look at that. So now she will be able to have a lifetime wish. She will obviously be able to, what else does that unlock? I think it unlocks, I forget. I think it unlocks lifetime rewards and opportunities, if I am correct. So I kind of forget what sentience does now that most of our robots have it, now that we have the level. So I did also do a little bit of renovating of this house because I wasn't entirely happy with the layout. So up here I moved the 2 computers. Now I know this looks really weird and open and empty. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I'm still thinking about it, but I moved the science machine in here, and then I moved the 2 computers that were up there originally, that were up on this floor. I moved them down into this little offset room off of the garden, and then I turned our basement into a finished basement. So previously, before, there was an inventor table down here, giant piles of scraps and whatever stuff that we were really never going to use, but I finally went ahead and I finished the basement. Now, one of you did leave a comment, and this was such a fantastic idea, so I really appreciate it, but you mentioned that I could put the tube elevators from the Sims 3 into the future, and listen, that would work out perfectly. Like, I would love that, but listen, I tried for 30 minutes to try and make it work. The problem is that you guys see how this floor has a roof on it. Like, you can tell because it's obviously got some shadows, like it's obviously covered by a roof. When you end up not putting a roof on a level of a house, what ends up happening is a tube will be here. Do you see where it's red here now, but a tube will pop out of the top of the unfinished roof, just because the game doesn't officially recognize these as roof pieces, these greenhouse pieces. And obviously the whole thing of this house, the whole crux of this house, is it's supposed to be like an old research science facility. So I really don't want to remove these. What I was thinking of doing was adding the glass roof pieces, or the glass floor tile thingies from The Sims 3 in the future. If you don't know, there was actually these that were added. I think I showed them off before, but they're basically just see-through glass panes that still let you kind of get this greenhouse effect, but I think it will formally realize the roof as a roof. Also, you have to realize this is a slanted roof. I believe this roof was made with constrained floor restrictions, or whatever that cheat is called, and so anything you put on this roof automatically, because it was created with a cheat, is going to be very glitchy. So listen, I sat here for about 30 minutes. I finished the whole entire basement. I had knocked down all of these elevators trying to make the tube elevators work, and I just couldn't. I need a little bit more time. I think I can get it to work. I just will need to mess with it a little bit more, and I didn't want to mess with it any more than I had already. So the house is still a work in progress. I would also like to make a room where Bailey and Planchette can sleep in the same bed. They have a very interesting relationship to me. So if you don't know, or if you need a little refresher, Bailey was pretty much not interested romantically in anybody for like 30 years of her life. Like, I would say a very long time of her life, Bailey never had any romantic affinity. She never had any interest in anybody, and that kind of snapped and changed when she met Planchette. Something about Planchette was different. He managed to weave his way into her heart. He's also obsessed with this laser rhythmicon machine. It's so cute. And something about Planchette, I mean, he was just able to cuff her, which is really interesting to me. Now, they both have the unstable trait, which makes for a really interesting relationship dynamic, I feel like, because they obviously both are not mentally stable. They have their problems, they have their gripes, so on and so forth. And Bailey will often be seen yelling at Planchette. They are actually dating, but their relationship is only 37.73 out of like 100. So it's pretty low for a romantic couple, I'd say. They have a really interesting dynamic. We'll have to explore that a little bit more. I don't know. I think they are in love. I don't know if they would sleep in the same room. No, that's basically what I'm getting at right now. Is I was gonna say that I was gonna make them a brand new room, and there's actually like studies out there of couples who sleep together in the same bed versus couples that don't sleep together in the same bed. And I think it's like the 6 or 7 hours you sleep at night really is, even though you're not consciously awake for it, subconsciously it is like a bonding thing with you and your partner, if that makes any sense. So there's something about that. I'm sure someone can link us to like a resource where we could read a little bit more deeper into this. I'm just giving you like a quick and dirty kind of what I've seen from psychiatrists and people that study this sort of stuff. So psychologists, I was not looking for psychiatrists. Psychologists that study this kind of phenomenon, they by and large agree that even though you're not awake for sleeping, it is a bonding activity with you and your partner. So it's interesting, isn't it? Anyways, tonight, oh, why are you barking at Planchette? I thought that, so if he was barking at Frankie. I was gonna be really confused. Why are you just throwing him on the ground? Planchette, why are you doing this? He is obsessed with like using all of these future technologies. He also got a call in the last episode at the end to use the wind carver, which is actually an object that we haven't used yet. It comes into the future. We haven't actually used it, so I'm excited. It's been 30 episodes and some things I'm still discovering and everything like that. What is this? Noel wants to hang out with Ewan. Okay, interesting. Noel is currently in their garage playing some pool. One of you also told me that food that comes from the food synthesizer never expires, so we can have like 30 plates of food down here and it does not matter because it will never expire, which I think is pretty cool. It will kind of create a problem though. We will have so many plates of food and I don't know what to do with them all, honestly. I'm gonna have everybody come on downstairs and just grab some food. Of course, this was Amelia's second ever day of elementary school, so I'm sure Noel will be asking Amelia all about it. One of you also commented that you think that Amelia would call her parents by their names because there's not really any like NB version of dad and mom, so I also think that Amelia would probably just call Noel. Also, Noel doesn't really seem like a type of parent that cares too much what they are called. I like the idea of Noel just being called Noel by their daughter. It's cute. So I don't think I'm gonna throw like any grand spectacular party for Frankie. He is just a little baby, so I don't think it's really necessary. I will have Planchette and Bailey and everybody just gather around for his birthday and whatnot. I'm actually gonna have Planchette over here go upstairs and grab Frankie, and I also want to make sure that Bailey is like around so that she can at least watch her little baby grow up and whatnot. Apparently Sophie is going to, oh, Sophie's just backing it up. Okay, so Sophie's going to go and bark at Bailey, which is really cute. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Sophie. I'm having Emmett head on over to the library. You guys already know I'm gonna have him go and use the laser rhythmicon so he can play a little bit, and let's have Planchette go in like kind of a wide open area. Honestly, this area in front of the elevator is really good because Sims will not fail routing. Sims like to fail routing when there's not enough space, but this is actually a really wide open area, so I feel like it's really nice. I'm also gonna have Spirit come on up here, and she is gonna also watch little baby Frankie. This is her little baby that she's watched for her whole life, or I mean, I guess for his whole life, not her whole life. I don't know how long Spirit has been around. I feel like Spirit would be a pretty new robot. Like, I feel like Planchette just woke up one day and he's like, I want a robot. Like, I want to have a robot. And then he got Spirit. I'm having him walk around, by the way, so he doesn't try and put Frankie in the crib while I'm having Bailey and Spirit come up here so that we can trigger his birthday. So I'm gonna just have Planchette throw him down on the ground. Oh, look at, even the doggy came up here. Isn't that nice? Oh, and apparently he went in his diapers, so he's gonna be stinky on his birthday. Hopefully they celebrate. I mean, at least as long as they're in the same room. Wow, everyone's literally up here. That's so cute. Planchette is using his little sprite character thingy. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there is Frankie all aged up here. He's got green hair. We are actually gonna go ahead and change that just because he looks a little silly having his Grandpa Rivers green hair. I wonder if like that would mean he's a plant sim. I did say a long time ago that if a sim has green hair, I will make them a plant sim, but I don't really want to make him a plant sim. I mean, I guess we could technically. I did say that rule a long time ago. Should we make Frankie a plant sim? He has biologically green hair. If you don't know, the way that genetics work in The Sims is a little bit weird. There's not like half, like he could never be half a plant sim. He would always have to be a full plant sim. Whether are a plant sim or you're not a plant sim, it's just the same thing for vampires in The Sims 3 and every other occult. You either are an occult or you're not an occult. You cannot be like half a plant sim or half a vampire or half a werewolf. So I think I'm gonna use this as storytelling that we are going to make little Frankie Spectre here a plant sim. He's gonna take after his grandpa River. It's interesting to see that after all these generations. I didn't even think that genetics worked like that in The Sims 3, but I guess they do. Like, I had no idea that grandchildren could get their grandparents' supernatural state. I guess it must run through Bailey's like veins. Like, she must have the plant sim blood running through her veins. I guess she technically would. Okay, so I'm gonna add an occult, so he's going to be a plant sim, and yeah, now little Frankie is a plant sim. Oh, he's green. Okay, I didn't want that to happen. No, I didn't want him to turn green. Oh no. I wanted him to be like Chloe, where he still looks like a regular sim, but he just has plant sim abilities. Oh god. Okay, game. I'm gonna try and find Frankie's skin tone. I think this was actually it. This was his skin tone before his skin turned green. Okay, so this is what he should have, and then we are gonna go ahead and just give him his green hair and everything like that. His hair actually changed color. How is that possible? What? Oh, he's like an orange plant sim. Like, he's got the orange diaper and everything like that, like a wilted plant sim. That's so interesting. I actually kind of like that. Hold on a sec. I didn't know that there were like different color variations of plant sims. How How fascinating is that? We can also give baby Frankie his mom's hair that she had for such a long time. I'm gonna give him this one, I think, because I really like the curly hair. He is so cute though. I'm gonna match his eyebrows, even though they're green and I think they're pretty cool. I'm gonna match him to his hair color. I have learned so much in just this short section. I didn't know that different types of plant sims are different colors. I didn't know that plant sims came in different colors, and like his hair is like has blonde tips or whatever. How cool is that? I guess there are like different colors of plants, so why would there not be like different color variations of plant sims, if that makes sense? I'm gonna make his whole color scheme kind of like a brown tannish color because that's the color of his plant sim sort of genetics, I guess. I think it's interesting too because Frankie does come from two parents who have darker skin, so it does make sense that he wouldn't be like the standard plant sim like his grandpa was, River. Obviously River would have been, if he was not a plant sim, like super pasty pale, coming from someone who is also very super pasty pale. Okay, so this is kind of the color scheme I was going for with him. These will kind of be his color palette that we will give him for probably the rest of his life. I'm also going to go ahead and just throw on the diaper that is corresponding. Oh, it's like a different color now. Okay, interesting. We can just go with this color. I like the purple too because Bailey likes purple, and I feel like, you know, since she is his mom, she would have kind of her own favorite color also worked in through his outfit. Just gonna give him whatever for his formal. We won't see this, so it really like doesn't matter. The last thing I would ever do in this game is take a toddler to one of my parties. Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. I'm sure at some point in this LP I did try that before. I took like a toddler to a party or something. Oh, such a bad idea. Just hire a babysitter, Maddie. Just hire a babysitter. Alrighty, so here is little baby Frankie here. He's facing away from us. Let me get to him in the front. He's so cute. He's adorable. Look at his little face. How cute is he? And I like the fact that he's a plant sim. I think it's just pretty cool to see that genetics can skip a... Oh my gosh, he has flowers! And they're like his color scheme too. That's so cool. They're like the tannish white and green, everything like that color scheme. Oh, and Planchette just immediately started to teach little Frankie how to walk. Oh my gosh. And Sophie just peed on the floor. How is she still peeing outside? I want to know. Sophie, really? Let's reinforce school for being... Wait, being neat. How is that being neat? That was not being neat. Oh, you know why? It's because, guys, I think we need to change this roof. As much as I do like the stone store greenhouse, this doesn't have a roof on it, so I think it's reading this as the outside, which is really saddening. I do like this house a lot. Actually, I feel like this would be a really easy fix. Here's what we can do. I can just add some like tile on top, right? And then let me just tile this like this. Perfect. Just put that there. And then I'm just gonna add into the future kind of glass floor panels. I think when this house was being made, I mentioned this in the last episode, when this house was made, Into the Future was not out. Obviously, this game is very old, and I think the creator of this house made this house way before when Into the Future. I typed in my Sims 2 cheat. In Sims 2, you can put aliases on your cheats, and so my alias is MON, which stands for Move Objects On, and I tend to do that all the time now that I play the Sims 3 and Sims 2 side by side, is I will put in my Sims 2 Move Objects cheat for my Sims 3 game, and it just doesn't work because you can't do aliases for cheats in the Sims 3. Okay, so here is our new roof. That seems a lot better, and hopefully the lighting like updates because these are see-through glass panels, and it should be kind of the same thing as the stone store greenhouse. So I think when I do this, I should now also be able to use those tube elevators now that we finally have a roof on this top layer. We'll have to check though, and I will do that off camera because I was finagling with it a lot. And oh my gosh, Bailey wants to get married. Oh, was Amelia saying you're my best friend too? I'm gonna guess, if I had to guess, let's not look yet. I'm gonna guess, put your answer in the comments. I'm gonna guess it is going to be Noel. Okay, she loves Noel. Oh, yep, look at that. And now they are going out to play catch together. It is just like two peas in a pod. I feel like Noel and Amelia are just the same person in different bodies. Like if you ever had any doubt that Amelia, I mean, if she did not have like the, you know, Malfoy blonde, electric blonde hair, if you had any doubt whatsoever that Amelia's other parent was not Noel, then look no further to their almost identical personalities. Okay, seriously. Anyway, she just told Noel, you're my best friends. How cute. Oh, I love them. And then they're gonna go play catch. Like, I just love this so much. It is just it's moments like this with this really wholesome family that I just adore. Sometimes, you know, I do have a lot of dramas in these LPs and whatever. Sometimes it's just nice to take like a deep breath and relax and just have like a super wholesome family. I don't know. I guess we could say though that Bailey's household is coming upon a mess. I don't know how long they're gonna last. If they will last forever, we'll see. I don't know. She just seems to be very very finicky. She can't decide how she wants to act towards Planchette. And oh my gosh, why is this not in? Like, why is there just like an open slot here? Oh my gosh, they're gonna like fall off. That was, oh, can't intersect other objects. Oh, you can't. Wow. Okay, so I guess you can't put railing there because it says that it's intersecting an object. That's spooky. Okay, so I guess we just have a missing hole in our stairwell. That's okay, freaky. Planchette has been obsessed with playing this laser rhythmicon. I feel like maybe he went over to Noel and Emmett's house and he saw Emmett playing it and he's like now obsessed with the idea of like playing the laser rhythmicon. I don't know, it's kind of like my headcanon. Little Frankie's in his nursery playing with his peg box, and as a good mama she is, Spirit is going upstairs to go and take care of little Frankie. I feel like she has kind of this feud with Bailey over like who's a better parent to Frankie. I don't know what it is, but Spirit to me really, I feel like she'd have her mama bear claws out. Like she would be very much so anti anybody taking care of Frankie more than her or playing with Frankie more than her. She seems to be such a good mom, and I love that about the Plumbots. When you give them this robo nanny trait chip, you better bet they will take care of that child, and even more. Like they will go to their longest, biggest extent to take care of the children in The Sims 3, and it is so cute. I love that these trait chips actually do things that dictate how they act and their mood and whatever. It's so cool. I kind of neglected, oh, Bailey wants to quit her job. Okay, well, that didn't last very long. I literally just had her get this job in the bot arena and she already wants to quit it. Nice, Bailey. Emmett is one level away, guys. Emmett is one level away from being level 10 in Laser Rhythmicon. This has been so long coming. I cannot believe how long this has genuinely taken. I also want to remind you guys that Bailey has not even gone to her first day of work. Like this is going to be her first day of work in 2 hours and she already wants to quit. That is actually so funny. She doesn't even want to give the job a try. She just wants to go ahead and quit it already. She's done. She's already done. She hasn't even stepped foot in the door for her first day and she already wants to quit. Well, at least she's going to work with like a smile on her face. That's okay, right? Over here at Emmett and Noel's place, I love how they put all their sprites on the table. I don't even think that they're supposed to be on the table. I think that they just put them here to hang out together. The sprites to me, I don't think there's much to them. I think they are trying to be like Neopets. You guys know what Neopets are? Also, why don't the social and fun motives of my Plumbots always get like messed up? Like they just get like blurred out, like they aren't even there. It's so bizarre. I don't know why that happens. Back at home, Spirit is teaching little Frankie how to walk outside and she's actually almost done it, which is kind of crazy. She also brought him outside so that he could feel the grass in between his toes and feel all the weeds. You know, he is a plant sim after all, so it's only natural. I always feel like because Spirit has the level 10 in gardening, because she has the robotany, I think it's called, right? Robotany gardener trait chip. I feel like she would also be very good at taking care of like his plant side, if that makes sense. She's also like about to teach him entirely how to walk. There we go. Nice job, Spirit. She is like super mom. Seriously, she is such a good mother to Frankie. I love it so much. They are gonna grow up with like, oh, she was about to teach him how to talk. That was so cute. Okay, well, let's put him in the crib because he is getting a little bit tired. It's past his bedtime. It's like literally 2 in the morning. Let's bring him inside now, Spirit. Thank you for doing that for me. I appreciate it, but it is bedtime for him. I love how the basement turns out. I spent probably like 10 minutes on it and the rest of the 30 minutes was spent on trying to put in the tube elevator. Oh, it was such a disaster, honestly. There we go. Good night, Frankie. She's gonna give him a little kiss on his head. All right, now you have the rest of the night to yourself, Spirit. Why don't you go ahead and tend your garden outside? Why not? Might as well, right? Planchette is fast asleep over here. When he wakes up in the morning, we are gonna have him go ahead and try out the wind carver. I have no idea what this is. I think we need to first of all buy a wind carver, or we might even be able to pick one up from base camp. I'm sure there's probably one for free that we could do. So I'm gonna have, oh, he doesn't even have a jetpack. Wow, that's sad. I love the jetpack. How did he get by not having a jetpack? Apparently there's like metals that can spawn on the roof of the base camp. I had no idea. That's interesting. I was gonna have him go and grab one of these jetpacks, but he can't actually because like we don't technically live on this lot anymore because we've moved out of a base camp and obviously like got our own house. So I guess we will actually have to go ahead and buy. I love how like bumping this building is. There's almost so many people here. There's just so many things to do. I feel like this would be a really good place to throw a party cheap. It's got skill objects, it's got a ton of bathrooms, it's got food, it's got stereos, it's got pool tables, it's got just so much stuff here. This probably would be like a really good party location. And we also have Emmett Relivar. Like, don't forget Emmett. All right, don't pay attention that we have Emmett Relivar at our house. No. It's a different Emmett, okay? I have no idea, guys, because normally I like to rationalize like why there are two Sims in the same universe that look the exact same. I have no explanation. Someone will have to kind of craft a headcanon, like canonically in our save file, why are there two Emmett Relivars? Someone in the comments, please come up with a really good explanation, because I need it right now. Like, it just drives me nuts that we don't have a explanation. Oh, and we got our holiday bonuses. Bailey didn't get one. She literally just started working there and she already wants to quit, so no wonder. Noel did receive a holiday bonus, Emmett did not, and Snowflake Day has arrived, guys, which is pretty fun. This is our first Snowflake Day in the new town, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna actually have us go ahead and just buy a wind carver instead of just waiting around for me to find one. Oh, the wind carver is the hoverboard. I had no idea that that was the wind carver, because Emmett has been using the wind carver the whole time and I had no idea. All right, we are going to have Mr. Planchette here use that instead of walking, and I guess it is much faster. You have to realize that all of these future Sims, by default, they have a hidden trait in their character file that gives them automatically level 10 in advanced technology. Obviously, our Sims like didn't spawn in the world with having that, but because they are Oasis Landing natives, they do automatically every single Sim you can go to, any single Sim that lives in this town, they will all have level 10 in advanced technology. That's just the hidden trait that EA gave all the future Sims. So this actually may be faster for Planchette than walking. I think it is, but for like a normal Sim that does not have level 10, it would not be as fast as walking. Like, I'm pretty sure it would actually be pretty slow. So we just have to have Planchette like go around town, I guess, going to different places and using the wind carver, which is interesting. He's just gonna be floating around, I guess. Maybe we could have him go over to Legacy Park. This is where his wife's statues, plural. Yes, Planchette, your wife has, I guess they're not married. I shouldn't say wife. Oops. No, we don't want to say wife. Maybe we should have Bailey propose to him, because like she's the one that wants to get married in the first place, and Planchette doesn't really seem like a go-getter to me. No offense, I just don't think that that is him. That's not in his personality. Oh, Bailey earned 180 simoleons. Congratulations, Bailey. Did she get, no, she did not get a promotion. Does she still want to quit work? She does not want to quit work, so I guess the work day wasn't actually as bad as she thought it was, right? Oh my gosh, Planchette is obsessed with his little sprite. He named his sprite Lakeisha. I think they get randomly generated. Where's your sprite? Is this her? Let's have him go and talk and just chat to her, clean her. We can clean her. Ooh. Once again, I think that these are just Neopets. I don't think they serve any function. I don't actually think you can do anything with them, but it was a cool little addition, okay? We're gonna have Planchette go on over and view everyone. Oh, look at Bailey. Look at her. The trendsetter with her little hat. Ooh. I don't know why it did that to her boobs. What the hell? Okay. Obviously in the middle here we have Noel. Amazing. I love that it keeps their hair the same as whenever the Sim was awarded the statues. I guess they still have this hairstyle now, but you get what I mean. Like, Bailey doesn't have this hairstyle anymore, but it kept her old hairstyle. That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna go ahead and see what Planchette thinks. Oh, he's like, yes, that's my girlfriend up there. Let's go and have Planchette check out Noel's here. This is a cool little trip down memory lane, and hey, we've already used the wind carver for an hour, so that's nice. Oh, chef's kiss. Okay, cool. Let's go on over and have you check out your girlfriend's other statue over there. I keep calling them like husband and wife when they're actually not. Like, we don't want to jump the gun and say that. All right, we're gonna have him go and check that out. Chef's kiss again. Okay, and the last statue we actually don't have yet. This one we will have to wait for. I meant to get this. Unfortunately, it might be a little bit longer, but this one won't be as fun. Planchette, I'm sorry, you don't actually know. Yeah, he's like, I don't know this guy. I don't like him there. That was a cool little trip down memory lane. Hey, at least he got to see all the statues of his relatives, although he's lived here before we did, so I'm sure he would have already stopped by Legacy Park at some point or another. I don't know. So Amelia is up. Today is Snowflake Day, so she actually doesn't have any school today. I'm gonna have her go and drop off these permission slips. Ewan Larson is calling Noel. Okay, I'll come over, Ewan. You know, Noel had a wish to chat with Ewan. Maybe we'll have Noel go on over. I have not a clue where Ewan lives, so this could be hard, because I don't know. Does he live up here? Yes, he lives up here, but he's not even home home right now. Ewan, where did you go? I mention this every single time Ewan appears in our LP, but Ewan is based off of Ewan McGregor. I think I've only seen like one Star Wars movie. I don't know. Whoever Ewan McGregor plays in Star Wars, that is the parody that they're going for there. So they do look a lot alike. Like Ewan Larson looks a lot like Ewan McGregor. So whoever at EA made the sim, good job, good job. So Noel is heading on over to their coworker Ewan's house right now. Apparently this is where he lives, except everyone left us. So let me get this straight. Ewan invited us over to the house. Okay, so apparently I think maybe his wife is greeting us now. She's like, hey, Ewan will be home soon. Hi. Listen, I hope he's home soon. At least this gives us a little bit of a glimpse. Oh my gosh, what? This house looks like it's straight out of the Sims 3 Supernatural. I am shocked. I get that the style of all these houses in this sort of hill area is supposed to be like the old style, like what our contemporary style is. Say if you go to like Midnight Hollow or Sunset Valley, I get that. And then obviously these houses over on the left here are like the rich people that have a lot of money, all the futuristic stuff and whatever. But this house generally looks like it's straight out of the Sims 3 Supernatural, which I think is a really cool recall to like where EA came from, especially this sort of sitting area in the back with all the windows. It just screams Sims 3 Supernatural to me. I love Midnight Hollow. That was one of my favorite packs I played in this series. I had so much fun. I think we had such a good storyline. There was so much going on in that LP. We had so many Sims we were playing. It was also the dawn of one of my favorite couples in this game, which was Ross and Gator. So cool, and I love it. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a good time. I liked it a lot, and I like this house is kind of recall that. I would like to take a look at like all of these houses. At least going over here gave us a little bit of a glimpse into like some of the architecture EA was working with in this pack. So pretty cool. I like it. I also love this sort of part in the back. I don't know how this hay bale is here because this is from the Sims 3 Pets, if I am correct. So I think maybe if you don't have pets in your game, it probably doesn't have this hay bale there, which is interesting to say the least. Anyway, I'm gonna have Noel leave. Apparently Ewan like didn't ever show up. I don't know what he's doing. Honestly, he's probably at work. I don't know if Leisure Day or Snowflake Day applies to non-active families in the town. I'm not sure, but we're just gonna have Noel head on home here. Apparently Romulus here wants to scan Emmett. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Romulus, you sus robot. I think Romulus has such a crush on Emmett. I mean, look at the guy. Who wouldn't? Honestly, who wouldn't? Yeah, scan him like you want to, weirdo, after you were just kissing him 2 episodes ago. I have my eye on you, Romulus. I am still not over what you did. Honestly, I'm still not over. I got my eye on you, boy. Oh, and he's scanning him again. All right, yep. I feel like he's high-key looking through Emmett's clothes when he scans him. I know how Romulus is. Oh, and Emmett asked Romulus to make a meal, and now he's saying no, and now he's asking. Okay, there's just so many emotions within this one conversation. Guys, I think Amelia is genuinely the golden child. She does her homework. Just, I don't know if I have to cue it up. She just does it all by herself, and she does it on a consistent basis. Like literally every night. She is such a golden child. This is what happens when you're an only child in my game. You get like so much attention. You are perfect. You are stunning. You are lovely. It's so rare for me to have like only children in my game. Normally I have like 10, they have like 10 siblings, so it's nice. Oh my gosh, why is this house so dirty? My gosh. Anyways guys, I think I'm gonna end this episode right here. I hope you did all enjoy. Still having Planchat work on his little wind carver dream here. I think I'm gonna have him travel across town again and then travel all the way back, and he should be able to complete that. I will catch you all in the next episode, and peace out.